What's up, guys? How's everybody doing today? So, guys, in today's video, today's live, today's broadcast, or whatever you guys want to call it, you know, we're going to be deep diving into the evils in this world that a lot of people cannot see. You know, there's a lot of guys out here who are blinded. They're blinded to the fact that nobody wants to see you become successful, guys. No, nobody really wants to see you become successful. I know a lot of guys want to live in a fantasy world. Hold on, let's see what's going on. There we go. Yeah, so we know a lot of guys want to live in a fantasy world, of believing that life is fair. You know, life is fair, it's good. People's gonna be kind. There's flowers blossoming. Life is exactly how it's supposed to be. But guys, at all reality, guys, you know, what you have been told about becoming financially successful and rich is a lie. You know, a lot of us, we all have been programmed to believe in a lie to keep you in the hamster wheel. You know, a lot of us don't understand that people in this world don't, everybody don't mean you no good. We're going to say it like this: most people don't mean you no good. You know, everybody's looking for something, guys. Everybody's looking for something. And you know how we know this? And a lot of people are looking for wealth, instant success. They're looking for um um they're looking for a lifestyle that the rich and powerful live. And although all of us have high hopes, guys, a lot of us have high hopes. We think that our friends, we think our friends, family, coworkers, are rooting for you. You know, you might got a select few. You might got a few, one or two, if that, who is genuinely rooting for you. But in all actuality, guys, everybody's in a race. No matter if it's your brother, your sister, your auntie, your mom, everybody's in a competition. And it's wicked, guys. It's a wicked competition. There's power involved in this game. There's a life of stability involved in this game. Wealth. financial success, having the best doctors, you know, hanging around the most prestige people. You know, people that you will only see on reality TV shows. But guys, I hate to bust your bubble that most people who you call your friend, your associate, and people that you meet day after day, and you're telling them your problems, really don't want you to become successful. You know, they don't want you to become successful. Everybody's trying to figure it out right now. Everybody's trying to figure it out right now. You know, you can be going to work every day, and you can go to work every day, guys, and live in an apartment, and people will watch you. People will talk about you. People will make up stories about you so they can make themselves feel bigger, guys. Make themselves feel bigger. But guys, I know we got a lot of new people in here, guys. Make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube channel. You know, thumbs up the video. Like I said, guys, we're going to the dark side of life, of financials. You know, the game is rigged, guys. The game is rigged. The game, let me say that again. The game is rigged. But you still can maneuver through it. You still can beat it. You know, it's just like the casino. It's rigged. You know, all odds are against you. You know, we have you in the place that we want you as the financial powerful, the financial powerful who is ciphering money. The select few people who are in a position, the select few millionaires who are in a position to cipher money from the masses. Got you right where they want you. And it's crazy that a lot of men from the past set up systems to keep you blind. A lot of wealthy men from the past set up systems to keep most of us blind, keep most of us fighting each other, keep most of us taking risk. You know, this is the main reason why, guys, if you just so happen to spend 20,000 on a diamond chain, this is the main reason why success and nobody wants you to make it. You know, everybody's trying to make it, guys. So when you go outside with that $15,000 chain on, you know, diamonds, you know, white gold, rose gold, or whatever, there's somebody that all eyes are on you, guys. All eyes are on you. And a lot of guys are not brave enough to snatch it. But there's a select few that is, you know, because nobody wants you to shine like that, guys. Nobody wants to see, you know, people don't want to see somebody, especially somebody they know, be bigger than what they is, guys. You know. So it's a sad case of misplaced hatred going on amongst society. You know, misplaced hatred going on amongst society. Most people can't even afford to buy houses these days, guys. Let me say that again. Most people cannot afford to even buy a simple house these days. The game is rigged. You know, they make money off of your addiction to fast food. You know, you want hot wings all the time. You don't know how to manage your money. You know, and the crazy part about it, guys, that what people don't understand is the rich people who designed this system, while you're learning how to, while you're sitting back trying to learn how to get it right, how to manage money, build a business so you could become rich, their money is getting taller and taller. I'm talking about money so old it's growing mold. Money so old it's growing mold, guys. This light too bright. The light too bright. I'm gonna have to dim it. I have to dim the light. That's why I keep the light dim. Light too bright for me. You know. So, guys, what do you expect? What do you expect people to do when everybody and their mama is struggling? Everybody wants to act like, and a lot of people walking around trying to act like there's something that they're trying to be, which is successful. This is why a lot of broke people, you see a lot of broke people when tax season come, they go and buy Gucci. They go buy Gucci, go get in debt on a track hawk or some type of luxury car just so they can put on the image that they're something they're not. Guys. But when I tell you, people are not sitting in the back clapping for you like you think they is. They're sitting in the back. You walking around telling people all your business, and they're not rooting for you. Why? What benefit does people have for rooting? I mean, they might root for you in your face and act like they're rooting for you, but what benefit does somebody have to root for you to make it? Guys, if you guys want any questions, guys, that super chat, super chat, super chat, and I will ask some questions. You know, guys, the struggle is real. It's not a game. The struggle is real. It's not a game. You can get caught in the loop. You can sit around and play around with your life so long. I've been there. I did it. You know, and then you get stuck in the time when you're supposed to be, you know, laying back on the beach, eating, with the beautiful people and stuff like that. But people keep you distracted, because you told a goal to somebody that you should have never told to, and before it manifests, and now you're discouraged. When you tell your goals, it's like, um um it's like in your mind, you think you actually achieved it already, but you haven't. You go around be like, man, I'm about to open me a t-shirt business or something like that. You talk about it and you telling people your business, and then you stop. The energy that you need to do this, you done gave it away, and you're telling people what you're gonna do. They all like, oh yeah, homie, yeah, you gonna do that? Yeah, yeah, that's my boy right there. Yeah, 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 yeah. Then, you get that fake glory in the beginning when you should get it after it's built and manifest. The stop taking the glory from your goals before your goals are met. You know, going off telling people who do not care. You know, people who have different goals in mind. A lot of people, you might be thinking 5 year, 10 year plan. You probably go to somebody thinking they on your same mindset. The whole time they thinking pack of cigarettes. They thinking bottle alcohol. You know, they thinking bus fare or smoking a blunt or something. They're not on your level, guys. It's crazy. So a lot of us, we have been in um uh 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 we are holding ourselves back from greatness. We are holding ourselves back from greatness. You know. Um Michael said he drink beer every day. You know. It's crazy, guys. You know, people, you know, people don't want you to become successful. You try to steer somebody, you go around to your job telling people about your YouTube channel and stuff like that. Next thing you know, the manager got your YouTube channel, and then everybody looking at your YouTube on the job and stuff like that. The next thing you know, you get fired. You know, before before your dreams actually manifest. It's crazy. So guys, black man need to be saved. This sounds like a specific story. No, no, bro. No, the thing, no, guys, this goes for a lot of people. This goes for a lot of people, guys. You know, you might be around your auntie, around family that's holding you back. A lot of people that lost hope, guys. A lot of people that stopped the fight. You know what I mean? Like say for instance, you got a dream to be somewhere, and no matter what, you keep going for your dream. And a lot of people then gave up on life. You know, if you're not watching what's going on in the media and news in the news in your neighborhood, if you just look around, you know, a lot of people are just sitting around, um, letting time fly by. No, and you going to everybody thinking that everybody's going where you going, and a lot of people not going nowhere. You know, they're done. Um, and the only thing they can do to you for you is to hold you back from where you're going, guys. You can see the struggle, no matter, and people, guys. Watch the people around you who work jobs. Watch them. You know, evaluate people, around you. Even if they don't, as a learning experience. Sit back and actually listen to people, and you will learn a lot more than going around running your mouth. You know, guys, we have to understand that people were much rather, for a lot of us it's going to be very difficult for the chosen people to become successful. It's going to be very difficult for the chosen people to become successful. People can see your light even if you can't see it. People can see your light even if you can't see it, and they'll try to block you. They'll try to block you. They'll try to block you from becoming successful. They'll try to hold you back. Thanks for the gift, Rose the best. Rose the best, LPS. Thank you for the gift. We got a couple more gifts in here as well. Um, let's see. Thank everybody for the gifts. Who the Sun gifts. Thanks for everybody who the Sun gifts to the channel. You know. And the funny part about it, guys, no sooner people try to bring you down, attempt to bring you down, and you don't realize what's going on, and then you finally get brought down, they're gonna disappear. They're gonna disappear. Their job is done. There's no more use for you guys. We're walking around with people who sole intention, a lot of people's sole intention is to break you down. I noticed this from a lot of people on YouTube in the chats. I'm studying. A lot of people's job is to um um try to kill the light, the little light that you have in you, the fight that you have in you, guys. You know, like if you in a fight and you get knocked down, you get right back up. A lot of times, guys, you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose. You're gonna lose. It's inevitable. You're gonna lose. You know, you can't defy the logic that you know um that losing could be a positive experience. All type of stuff might happen that's gonna come in your life to discourage you. You might lose your job. Somebody might take a lot of us stay in bad areas where people take things from you. Somebody might rob you or do something to you. But guys, when I tell you, once you give up on what you're doing or trying to do in life, that's when you let the enemy win. You know, that's when you let the enemy win. So the smart thing to do is the smart thing to do is to stay focused. Stay focused. Try to be a good person, guys. A lot of people are not good people. Let me say that again. A lot of people are not, good people. And good people can become bad people, guys. You hear me? It all comes with opportunity. It all comes with opportunity, guys. You know, it's crazy. Opportunity and power. A lot of people probably like, he don't know what he talking about. And um a lot of people want to look at themselves as good people, and they'll be like, oh, if I was in the German army, if I worked for the German army back when Adolf Hitler had the concentration camp Auschwitz, I would have snuck the Jewish people bread. You see, but a lot of people, if you get them the opportunity, you see, that's why you can't. That's why you have to. You can't. Um, you can't just judge people. You can't, because you can't put nothing past nobody. It comes with opportunity. You know, say for instance, you take, we gonna take 10 people in the chat. We gonna take 10 people. Catch my story, guys. Story time. Say for instance, we got 10 people in the chat. You take five of these five of these people in the chat, and five of you are going to become correctional officers. You know, five of you are going to become correctional officers, and the other five, and all of you are good guys, and the other five is going to be the prisoners. And what I notice is you got good people who, when they get put in a position of power, then you notice that now the five correctional officers got the inmates washing the toilet out with their hands. They beating the inmates, abusing their power and stuff like that. You know, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, guys. But how many of you guys love my channel, guys? How many of you guys love my channel? And how many of you guys like my channel? You know, how about that? Nah, the prison still got policies, bro. Yeah. Cringe King said the prison still got policies. The thing about it is, you ain't understanding what I'm saying. If you take somebody good and put them in a position, you know, and their job tells them to do something wrong that they know is wrong, then the only thing you are doing is feeding the darkness inside of you. You know, it's just like how people used to call, like people like how people would dehumanize a human being, and in their mind, you a rat, you a snake, you this, you that. But you know, and then now they're doing things to you and not looking at you as like a human being, like you like taking all the emotion out of what they're doing, actually doing. You know, it's crazy. Facts. You shouldn't expect nothing. John Medina said, expect nothing from people, you'll be happier. Facts, guys. Facts. But becoming a good person, guys, becoming a good person, not looking for nothing for nobody, and actually, being on your purpose, you know, then you can minimize, you know, obstacles that is gonna come your way. So, guys, um, but you do all the time. Shanice Johnson, how much food can you put inside your stomach? A lot, a lot, and I'm trying to change that. I can put a lot of food in my stomach. Yeah, I'm from the country. You hear me? It's crazy, guys. So we're at 30 minutes in the live. So now we're gonna switch the dynamic of the live, and then we're gonna see what's up. Um, let's see. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel first and foremost. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel first and foremost. You know, and know that once you give up, guys, once you give up and you give in, then what's gonna happen is you're gonna let the enemy win. You're gonna let the enemy win. Shimmy B sent the gift. Thank you, brother. Thank you. So how many of you see no explanation asked me who is the enemy, bro? So guys, the enemy can be anybody. The enemy can manifest itself into anybody at any time. It can manifest itself into your brother. It can be it, and personally, your enemy. You know, your enemy can be a physical demon, which it is a physical demon, and that manifests itself into people to discourage you. And then it could be people who are demons, you know, who their sole purpose is, you know, you're great. Everybody's great, and everybody has people that's going to come through their life to hold you back, you know, to try to hold you back, to try to discourage you, to try to get you to give up, to try to get you to hit the end button, to hit the delete button. I'm done. To try to get you to do what they doing, you know. You can call them haters, but the thing about it is, uh, you have to be aware of of the demons. You have to be aware of the negative thoughts. You know, it's psychological warfare, guys. You know, when you feel when you talk to somebody and they just give an energy, you know, you like, okay, I'm aware of what's going on right now. This energy is not. This energy it doesn't feel good. You know, doesn't feel good, guys. So what should we put first? So guys, the first thing, the no explanation says. So what should we push first? You guys are letting explanation get all the good questions. A family or religion. You can put whatever you deem is important to you, you know. But right now we're talking about financials. We're not talking about family and religion. But you know, that has something to do because family can be a family member can get possessed by a demon. And are you strong enough to walk away from the negativity? You know, but you used to be a certain type of way. You know, you probably used to be a liar, a thief, but you changed. and they still got that same image on you. And as long as they keep implanting that in your head and you don't get away from that and grow, then you can let that energy take over, consume you back to the same person or worse than what you used to be. So sometimes you got to we're talking about finances, everybody. We're talking about finances. Your religion is something that should motivate you, and everything else, that's between you and your religion, you know. Um, and like I said, he said, so money, not just money, health, money and health, especially if you in a country like America, guys, you know, you can't get enough money. Yeah, Miss said people change all the time from good to bad. And that's what I was just saying, like a good person, and a bad person. The officers, the prisoners and the inmates. Good character is consistent. Facts. Being consistent. Having good character. So right now, guys, if you're subscribed to the channel, if you all are subscribed to the channel, we're gonna go to um subscriber only mode. So all my subscribers, everybody who's subscribed to the channel, guys, you can ask me anything, and we're gonna do that for a couple minutes. We're gonna do that for a couple minutes. You know, about 10-20 minutes, and yeah, have at it, guys. Have at it. Ask me anything. Ask me anything, guys. Satan Azareth said roll call. You know, subscriber only mode, guys. Subscriber only mode. So, um, to join in the questions, you have to be subscribed. You have to be subscribed to the channel. You know, my boy Satan is in the building. He said he's present. Any questions, guys? Any questions? You can ask me any questions. We only got Satan Azareth in the building. We need some more people to subscribe to the channel, guys. If you guys got any questions you need that you want to ask me, let's get it. It's a one or the other scenario. So I guess me and Satan is just gonna have a conversation since he subscribed. Shout out to Satan Azrit. I appreciate you for subscribing to the channel, brother. Thank you. Thank you. What do you think of gun control? I think uh uh I think gun control is good. I think guns are dangerous. You know, I think guns are very dangerous and they shouldn't be in anybody's hands. You guys see what just happened in on the beach in what was that? Australia. You know, guns are very dangerous, guys. So you're on for gun control. How about that? So you trust the police to handle your protection? Not like that. You see, you're not thinking right. Like meaning that um um only the people who don't have mental issues can protect themselves with a firearm, can own a firearm. Because how many of you guys want a schizophrenic with a firearm? Come on. How many of you guys want a delusional person with a firearm, or somebody who been locked up for committing gun crimes all the time? Don't make sense. That's what gun control is. Gun control is a type of screening process. Because you got to think about it, no matter what type of gun control they have, somebody is going to have access to any type of weapon they want. Somebody's going to have access, people are going to have access to, you know, even though they tell most people you can't own these, there's still a lot of people who can own them because they qualify to own them. So I think people should be qualified, you know, to own a firearm. You know, but I think the people who are habitual criminals and stuff like that. You know, Coach Ryan Coat, what's up, brother? We're doing questions right now. We're doing the questions right now. He said criminals don't follow laws. Facts. Facts. You know. So guys, you guys can ask me anything, guys, anything. So the good people get left over. You guys are gonna let the time run out, guys. You can ask me anything, guys. That's a whole ass topic. How the fuck are these criminals getting guns? Easy, guys. It's easy for criminals to get guns, guys. You got to think about it. You got to think about it, guys. Criminals been getting guns the same way. Criminals been getting guns the same way like they been getting them. You know, they break in all the car break-ins. People usually have a safety firearm in their car, and most criminals know that. So they'll go around breaking some cars, you know, and then they end up selling them to each other and stuff, you know. I done seen guys hit up guns. They got trains. They got trains that deliver guns, and guys will hit those trains and get all type of assault rifles, you know, and then they'll sell them to other criminals, you know. Yeah. Any more questions? The lines are open, guys. Any more questions? Feel free to ask me any type of questions. Do you own any firearms? No, I don't. I don't need no firearms. Don't need no firearms. There's other ways there's other methods you can use to protect yourself besides a firearm. But if you have a situation where somebody else has the firearm, then then you're gonna need a firearm. You know, I used to have a license to carry, and I did in Georgia, federal license to carry. I used to be homeless carrying a firearm with the license. I used to be homeless with a firearm with the license in Georgia. That's why you can't put it past nobody. I'm sleeping outside homeless with a legal firearm on me all the time. Yeah, guys. So only subscribers can chat now. So if you guys not subscribing, you can't. I can't see the. If you guys not subscribed to the YouTube channel, I can't see your comments. If you guys are not subscribed to the YouTube channel, I cannot see your comments. Oh yeah, that's the past. I'm not worrying about it. Homelessness is a mindset, guys. I learned that when I was homeless. I'm never homeless. Homelessness is a mindset. If you think you're homeless, then you're gonna get stuck being homeless 9 times out of 10. You can be homeless, sleeping outside, broke, but once you think you're homeless and poor, then you become what you think about. You become what you think about. So, guys, only subscribers can comment and ask questions. Right now, we're about to switch back to the regular chat. And we're going to switch back to regular chat in a minute. Also, guys, if you guys want me to do some push ups, guys, get the gifts up, guys. Get the gifts up. If you want to see me do some push ups, get the gifts up. But let's see what's going on because my subscribers are not on. Not too many of them, anyway. Not on right now, so we gonna get back to regular chat. See what the regular chat talking about. There we go. Anyone can chat. Satan said, "What you have carried illegally? No, it's not worth it. How about that? I wouldn't. Just today we're gonna end live early. We're gonna end a lot early. Man, I'm tired. You know, and usually since I done burned most of my brain cells, younger, being in the hot sun, smoking a lot of weed, and stuff like that. My mind don't function properly when I'm tired. So and you guys ain't talking about nothing else right now anyway. So guys, I'm gonna holler at you guys on the next live. I appreciate everybody for stopping through and hearing the message that I had today, and I'm gonna holler at you guys on the next video. Over and out.